Fog had coated the island, making it very hard for the engines to see even past their buffers. Thomas was having a very hard time. He had to be very careful as he puffed along. You could only tell who was coming by the sound of their whistle. One day, James was late. Thomas was indignant. "Why are you late?" snapped Thomas. Before James could answer, Thomas got in again. "How do you expect me to run my branch line properly when you're late every day?" "It was just today, Thomas," James retorted. "This fog is awful." Thomas couldn't help but agree with that, but he still wasn't happy. "Time's time, James. I need my passengers when I'm scheduled to have them, and that's impossible when you're late. Maybe try being on time once, like a sensible engine." And Thomas puffed away. At the top station, Thomas was waiting for Bertie to arrive with his passengers. It had been a while. Thomas was fussing miserably. At last, Bertie toiled in. "Sorry, Thomas," he panted. "The road was blocked, and we had to take a detour." "Rubbish," snorted Thomas. "You're just lazy. I've gone for water and coal once, but I kept coming back just to look for you. Maybe your workload is slowing you down." "No, it's not," sniffed Bertie. "In fact, I bet I can beat you in a race." "Pah!" laughed Thomas. "I would like to see you do it." "Fine," agreed Bertie. "We will, and I'll win this time." So when the guard's whistle blew, Bertie and Thomas were off. Bertie toiled up the hill, and Thomas darted through the tunnel. "You can't win," called Bertie. "I can and I will, I can and I will," retorted Thomas. Then the rail split from the road. Bertie disappeared into the fog. Up ahead was a crossing. As Bertie approached, he felt something under his wheels. He struggled to stay in control, but buckled under the crossing and came to a stop. His driver jumped down to inspect the damage. "You've got a nail in your tire," he sighed. "And of all the places to stop on, we stop on the crossing. I'll go tell the signalman." The driver went to the box and explained. The signalman dropped the signal, but it was too late. Thomas sped by as it changed, and it was too foggy to see behind him. "Oh no!" cried the signalman. "There's bound to be an accident." "There!" called Bertie's driver, and he handed a special item to the signalman. The signalman frantically scrambled to the stairs, pointed the object to the air, and fired an object into the sky. It flew through the air and burst into sparks. Thomas jumped. "What was that?" he yelled. He slammed on his brakes. Thomas soon knew. Bertie came closer into sight. He came closer and closer, and he shut his eyes tight. Thomas had come to a stop inches from the crossing gates. He wheezed steam in relief. Terrence came to fetch Bertie and bring him to the bus yard. Thomas tried his best, but he was late at the junction. James sniffed snootily. "Why are you late?" he teased. Thomas had no breath to reply. It didn't bother James anyway. "How do you expect me to run my train properly when you're late every day?" Thomas, still out of breath, couldn't respond. James's guard blew his whistle, and James chortled away. All Thomas could do was watch as James laughed up.